The mind-body connection has long been accepted by the scientific community as a thing. The power of the mind is so great, and we have to be so incredibly careful what we put into it. There have been so many studies over the years highlighting the successful outcomes in clinical trials of using both placebo, which is positive, and nocebo, negative effects. So i.e. they take a pill, and depending on the person's belief, hugely makes an impact on the outcome. So for the first 3 videos, I tried to help you to soften the mind, and for this and the next 2 videos, I'm going to try and help you work your way through the body. So first things first, stand nice and firmly on the ground, and we're going to try and stand as tall as we can. So those of you who have had sessions with me will have heard me say time and time again, think tall thoughts. So the tendency for a lot of people is to just stand up like this, whereas what we really want is to imagine you have one of these little pretty buns, and you're thinking length throughout the back. So you're thinking tall thoughts so that this the back of the neck is nice and open. So as we're standing there, I think tall thoughts, and we're just going to breathe. Now we're going to do a little quick body scan. So starting from the top, you're just going to take a mental checklist, starting with the skull. You can come through the facial features, the neck, the top of the body, the trunk, the hips, the legs, and the feet. Now, when you do this by yourself, you're going to take a little bit more time. I'm just going through quickly just to show you the idea. So all you're doing to start with is just noticing, where are the aches, where are the pains, where are the little sticky bits? And just notice. Second thing we're going to do is do a little bit of breathing. Now there are many different types. If you look online under pranayama, there's like 1,000 different ways of doing it, and all are correct depending on the activity you're doing and the outcome you wish to achieve. But for this one, we're just going to try and keep it simple. I'm going to focus on your lungs and your rib cage. To start with, we're going to try going from front to back. So easiest way is to put your hands on your rib cage, and as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine that your breath is pushing the rib cage forwards and then out to the back. So it's going this way, forwards and backwards. Sometimes it gets a bit of getting used to as we try and coordinate which way we want the ribs to go. Now, if you've got that one, now you can try going side to side, left to right. So pop your hands here, and as you breathe in, you're going to try and aim for your rib cage to go out to the side. And the reason we put our hands on our rib cage is so that we can feel the movement. Now, the next thing, if you can manage it, is you're going to imagine your breath is going up towards your head and down towards your feet. So. That's actually the way that our diaphragm works. This is a little elastic piece of thing here, and it does blow up and down like a balloon. So it's not a strange movement, it just feels a little bit strange in our head because we're not used to thinking about it that way. And then if you're really feeling super coordinated, you're going to try and match all 3 of those movements together in one. So as you're breathing in, you're going to imagine that the breath is going up and down at the same time, left and right at the same time, and then front to back at the same time. So it really is like a balloon. If you imagine, or if you've got a balloon to hand, take one, and as you blow it up, you'll see that it expands in all different areas. And that's what we're trying to do with our lungs. And then given at the moment, we're so concerned about this virus, which has a respiratory component, we want to make sure that those lungs are as healthy as we possibly can get them. And I suggest you do this quite a little bit of your own without necessarily following me. And then come back to your body scan. So again, you're going to start at the top and then work all the way down. and see if any of the little aches and pains that you may or may not have found have changed. I'm hoping that one or two might have dissipated or disappeared. There may be some sticky bits, in which case, try again, go a little more. Focus the breath on those areas. See whether, by the power of your imagination, you could almost will the aches and pains to dissolve, or at least to lessen. Now you can do this in several ways. I'm doing it standing up so that you can see my pointing of the fingers left and right and the tall thoughts from thinking at the back of the spine here, but you may find it more comfortable sitting down. You can still put your hands on your ribs as you're breathing, or in some cases, or if you're stuck, you can still do it lying down. Whatever is easiest for you, just give it a whirl and see how it goes. You'll also probably want to be taking a little bit more time than I'm walking you through this. It doesn't matter how long you take, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or longer if you've got the time and patience. If you found this semi-helpful, or you think you might need a bit more help in a one-to-one setup, then do get in touch and we can arrange an individual session for you.